All right, Coach. So after a good regional weekend last weekend, how are you feeling going to nationals this week?
Well, we're feeling great. We're feeling great. It was a great opportunity to host, most certainly, and I had a lot of coaches say, how are you able to do that and get the troops together? We had an awful lot of help. Steve Johnson, our previous, coach, almost 30 years, he directs that meet, and it's just such a great help, that we have, just continue these families here, here at Wartburg. As far as the team, the men opened things up. They ran exactly the way we wanted them to run. We talked about not going to the well, not making it an emotional race, not grinding and collapsing at the line and just kind of running within themselves. And we thought we did a really nice job with that. I feel like, you look at the score and say, oh, doggone it, 6 points there. We're fine. We are okay. We're definitely a team that we're focused more on next week, and if we could bring a trophy home, next week, not having one, this week, works out just fine. The women's side, I don't think we could have ran better. I mean, that was a great race. Our top four, they do what they do, but Haley Meyer, our 5, had the best race of the season. Addie Carlson and Ashley Bloomquist, 2 seniors back there, doing great. So we're feeling really good, but most importantly, we're in one piece. We have a sport that it rewards survivors. If you can get through the end of the season without, a random, injury here, random injury there, without people getting sick, and we're feeling really good. Last year we went into nationals, and 2 of our top girls, Aubrey Fisher and Riley Mayer, they were considerably under the weather, and we saw that at nationals this year. And knock on all the wood that I know, we are a modicum of health and enthusiasm. So yeah, we're feeling very, very excited going to Pennsylvania.
Speaking of Pennsylvania, do you know anything about the course, or what has your preparation been like?
Yeah, we know enough about the course to know that we didn't want to run on it earlier this year for pre-nationals. It's a tough one. The course, it starts off the first mile or so, it's fairly flat, very grassy, and then you go into the woods. And just like all the proverbial, going into the woods, it gets a little scary. It's more narrow in there. There's a lot of rolling hills. For the guys race, 8,000 meters and something like 700-800 feet of elevation, which for that short of amount of race, pretty solid. You come out of the woods and you got a mile or so to go, and it's just a dogfight from there. On the women's side, about 4,400, 4,500 into the race, there's a hill that our girls have never seen before, the likes of. So some years we have cake, courses. We go down to Louisville and it's a racetrack. And then some years we have really challenging national courses. This is a challenging one. 400 meters in, we have a right-hand turn, that is, they'll write folk songs about. It's 90 degrees, 400 meters into that race. So if we can survive that, we'll be just fine. Everybody's going to be getting off that line hard, So definitely a difficult course. But after last year, 6 degrees with gusts of snow, I think we're okay. This crew is mentally acclimated to difficult courses.
With you guys leaving tomorrow, what does the rest of your week look like, practice and travel-wise?
Well, we're always with travel. We're always say a victim of circumstance. We leave when we gotta leave. So we had 2 real options about leaving tomorrow and getting in late, or leaving Thursday and getting in late. Those were really the options presented to us. So we're probably getting out there about a day earlier than I'd like to be getting out, but getting out as late as we are, I just want to make sure we have time to acclimate to the travel. So Wednesday will really be more of a travel day. We'll be in Baltimore and we'll meander our way down to Carlisle. And Thursday, that's when things get going. We'll go out to the course. We'll just stay busy, But I think it's a plug for liberal arts, private colleges in general. We have homework to do. So a lot of our day is spent dropping the girls off at a coffee shop. The guys will just be in the hotel lobby. They don't need coffee shops, and we'll just do class. And we honestly, we try to keep things as similar as possible. You know, that I think traveling's tough enough as it is, but when you travel and then you start, you know, let's go sightseeing, let's go, you know, Civil War battlefields, let's do all this stuff. Before you know it, you know, you're sort of emotionally spent, and your fitness watch, right? It says that you got your steps in way too early in the day, you know. So we just want to move in to Southeast Pennsylvania for a couple days before the gun goes off on Saturday.
Have you been able to reflect on the season yet? You know, if you can tell us about kind of how you've seen your team grow or maybe leadership develop?
Yeah, it's been a really fun year. It's been a really fun year, and we had a team back in 2021 on the men's side. I don't know if I'll ever have a team quite as talented as that team, and we had everything going for us except maybe, you know, the synergy, you know, just building off one another. And last year, that was the strength of the team. And I wouldn't say it was so much, I wouldn't say it was an ego thing. It's just different personalities work better together than others. And this year's team is very similar to last year's team, even though we have new personnel on the trip. You know, we have all the same guys, except we got our young freshmen, you know, they're in the 7-man. So these guys are very used to working hard together and grinding together. And the women's side, it's similar. These are the same cast. I mean, Ashley was there last year as an alternate even, so we're bringing the same people. These girls are very comfortable running together. Aubrey and Lexi being 5th years, you know, Ashley, Addie, 4 of our girls are 5th years. They've been doing this a long time, you know, so we have had a year, every season has a hiccup or two, but we haven't had any one of those intentional meetings where we got to get on top of something because I'm starting to see a crack in the foundation, and it's been a very easy year to coach, which with the size of our team, you know, and with how many overall first years we have, has been a blessing, because I've been able to, you know, help these athletes achieve good things while also getting the young athletes, you know, ready to, I hope, take over the program, you know, at some point. So just a really fun team to work with. A lot of leadership, different types of leadership as well. We have athletes that are, you know, they're vocal leaders, you know, and they have a lot of good stuff to say. And, you know, and there was a meeting, you know, the guys had a meeting last night, the girls have these, you know, these meetings. I don't know what they talk about, but people leave the meetings feeling pretty pumped. And then we have, you know, those leaders, you know, that they showcase their leadership through the little things. They're, you know, they're getting good sleep, and they're doing things right nutritionally. They're just showing up day in and day out, which our sport is a hard one to fake. You know, if you're kicking butt every single day, but you just can't commit to sleep, it's going to show itself on race day. And we have some leaders that, you know, they've really adapted the lifestyle of a distance runner here in Waverly, and, you know, and really finessed it. And that's important, because we need our young runners to come in and not just see what hard running is and see what hard training is, but they need to see what good sleep is. They need to see what good nutrition is. They need to see what good coping mechanisms. How do we deal with the mental health issues, and how do we deal with the stress and anxiety that college brings? And I feel like we cover all of those areas, you know, within our leadership set. So
Good luck this weekend.
thanks so much. Appreciate it.